We are using Alabama in this World of Warships random battle, and we're at tiers 7, 8, and 9. There are 3 destroyers, 4 cruisers, 4 battleships, and 1 aircraft carrier on each side. This is the update drop Wednesday.
Action stations.
And very early on, I am noticing that there seems to be some kind of a bug in the system because my free look isn't working right. I couldn't even hardly play my destroyers, so I switched over to the battleships. What happens is when I try to go to free look and then switch to a different target, my targeting zips back to where I was looking before. And that's a setting that you can turn on and off in the game settings. I've turned it on, I've turned it off, I've turned it on, I've turned it off. It's not changing anything tonight, so I think it's a bug. I've got to ticket into customer support for that. In the meantime, let's see what Alabama can do here. So we are in a 4-cap map here. Each team gets 1 cap over on our Alpha and Bravo side. That would be the western side of the map. I am spawned closest to Delta Cap. Right away, I'm getting some shots on their cruiser. Alabama is not known for having the greatest dispersion. She kind of needs to get a little bit closer to make best use of her big guns. See if I can do something with this Groningen, though. That's really what I was after anyway. Okay, got a shot into him. Started to fire, but one shot won't do that kind of serious damage to him, but maybe it'll help our little Yugamo. Turns a lot of their attention to me for a little bit. But Yugamo is losing a lot of health in a hurry. I hope he'll be okay. The Alabama has good AA, decent detectability range, so when I want to hide, I can hide pretty well unless there's a DD or an aircraft carrier spotting. Her aim isn't real good at range, but when her guns connect, they're pretty good guns. Pretty much the same things that you get on the North Carolina. Just that North Carolina has better aim. This is a South Dakota class battleship, just like the Massachusetts is.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Okay, there is that Groningen again. And just as I'm shooting, Yugamo took him out with torps. Nice job, Yugo. Alright, I see that there's a Prince Heinrich that is kind of trying to guard the cap there. Our Yugo is moving away from the cap. Our Tago is moving toward the cap. I'm going to go ahead and move on toward the cap also. The other team is taking the Charlie cap right in the middle of the map. So far, they have lost the DD, and now they've lost one of their cruisers, the Belfast, which is a radar and smoke ship, so good one to get down. Okay, Atago and I are moving in on the camp. It looks like Prince Heinrich is starting to move forward also. I have switched over to AP, and I'm ready to pop him when he comes out. Hopefully Atago is paying attention, because while Atagos have good torps, they have very weak sides. If Prince Heinrich wants to whack him, can put him down with one good shot. Alright, there's Prince Heinrich. All my guns are aimed. See what I can get out of this. Oh, good. One citadel, a couple of pins, a couple of overpins. I'll take that. Alright, now I'll turn in because Prince Heinrich does have torps. I believe they're 10K. I think the big brothers get the 13 and a half. Alright. And finished him. Alright.
Enemy battleship sunk. Our team has taken the lead.
Okay, now we have a St. Louis over there and a couple of battleships over there. Let's see if we can do something with that St. Louis. It's just sitting there broadside, kind of tucked in on the far side of that island. Yep, he pulled out of the way of my shells too quickly. Okay, somehow we lost our Atago. I'm wondering if that St. Louis got him. I didn't actually see what happened to him, but I like Atago, but you got to play them very carefully. They are not durable. Okay, Iowa, I'm going to give you a chance to finish this turn. And I'll put a couple shots right alongside your nose. Oh yeah, 2 citadels. Alright. Caught you in the middle of a turnout, huh? Alright. Now, because it's the new update, all of my mods are gone, so I cannot remember what the range is for the torps on these ships. But I'm betting Megami is either 8K or 10K, and I'm inside that range. Alright. A citadel and sank him.
Our team has taken the lead.
He may have gotten torps away, but slowed down, so hopefully he put him out where he thought I was going to. Now let's see if we can get another good shot on this Iowa. Well, overpin a couple of ricochets. Doing a little bit of damage with my secondaries.
Torpedoes to port.
Alright, there's the Chung Mu. Now, that's a DD that can do some real damage to me. They have the deep water torps. Alright. Iowa's down. There's torps coming from somewhere. Probably the aircraft carrier.
Is in sight.
You can see the struggle I'm having trying to get my guns aimed without having my freeload. Normally I use my right mouse button to look around, see what I want to aim at, and then when I let go of it, my guns just move to that target. Instead, they're zipping back to wherever I was aiming before and actually kind of distracts you. In the DD, though, it makes it very, very difficult to keep my guns moving to the different targets as I am trying to locate what's going on and keep an eye out for islands and things. So, at least with a battleship, I don't have too much going on here. And, oh, nice. Okay, Lazo
Enemy
down.
cruiser foundered.
Okay, now we got St. Louis over there, and we've got Hawk. St. Louis is dead.
Returning to ship.
Alright, how about Hawk then? He's almost done anyway. Get a good shot into him, and that one will be done too. That did it. And 4 down. Okay, so we finished that battle with a little over 97,000 damage, which is pretty decent for me. And only landed 12 shells, but caught 4 citadels. That helps a lot. Started a couple fires, probably with my secondaries. Helped get a capture. Battleships don't do that very often. And I finished on top of the leaderboard. Those 4 kills probably made a lot of the difference. And 1,900 base XP. That's definitely a good haul there. All right, we can see that I did a little over 3,700 damage with my HE shells. That was probably to the Groningen when I hit him. Then most of the rest of the damage was with the armor piercing. Secondaries only did 723. Started 2 fires for 5,000. And then knocked down a few aircraft. So that was another 31,000. Okay, I'm using the Port of Hawaii off Diamond Head here, it looks like. Nice, pretty, I'm assuming sunset for the time of evening that I was playing. Alright, here's a look at my captain skills. And I'm using Admiral Halsey as my captain on Alabama. He's a 21-point captain. He's the same captain that I use on Montana for my tech tree ship. I also use him for the captain on Massachusetts. So, a couple of the primary skills that I have chosen for these 3 battleships, I use the gun feeder because that allows me to switch shell types quickly. And then I have demolition expert, so I can start extra fires. Another big one that is very helpful for these ships is grease the gears, so I can get the turrets rotated quickly. I've been using the torpedo detection, and I think it helps. With no other sensors on these battleships, you want something that helps you with those torpedoes, because otherwise DDs have you at their mercy. And then I actually am set up for a little bit of extra AA support, and I am using a little bit more of a secondary build because these ships have good guns, decent range, and so I like to have the secondaries be able to get into the fight because Massachusetts and Alabama both have decent secondaries. And then I'm using the skills that give me a little bit better ability to brawl and limit the number of fires that you get. If you do light on fire, it's limited to 3. I don't have to deal with all 4. So in my build out, I am using the spotter plane, so I get a little bit better range, even though dispersion is rough on these 2 ships that I use Halsey on the most. It still helps. And then I am spec'd out for a little bit more of a brawling build, so I cut down on my fire chances and improve my repair parties. Um, this will help out with my dispersion, and then finally, it always helps, even in a battleship, if you can cut down on your detectability. So I've built in a little bit of concealment there. All right, so that was a pretty good battle.